And hello everybody, my name is Stephanie Traska. This is August 31st in Criminal Justice Technology course. So our first example right here, I decided to go with homicide. All these rates have come from the FBI Crime Explorer data website. As you can see right here on the left side, there is where you can set what you prefer. I did homicide in California for the span of 10 years. These show all your rates throughout that entire time and even ones before. So I did homicide for the first one, as we see here, in Georgia, California, and New York. With that being said, it shows us that the peak is in Georgia in 2021. They have about 11 million people compared to California, who has about 40 million people. Between the three, New York has the smallest population, just under 9 million right over here. As you can see, all three states fluctuate quite a lot with their rates, but they are very, very different to the population count. So it can look like a high number, but compared to the population size, it's pretty steady. For example, 700 homicides in California are remarkably different compared to 700 homicides in New York. Why? That's because of the populations, as you can see right over here. Continuing on, we're going to go to the second graph right here. I decided to do rape rates in Tennessee, Washington, and Texas. As you can see, there's quite a bit of difference over here. So, continuing with graph 2, we can see here that Texas has the highest rape rate of all the three, coming in hot right over here. And compared to the other two, Texas has the highest population rate, almost 31 million people, which is high. Washington has about 8, and Tennessee has a little bit over 7. Texas looks like the rates are extremely high compared to the others, but if we add the two states in the mix, it is roughly the same. Not exactly, but roughly, because of Texas's population. Washington and Tennessee rates are quite high for being way smaller populations. Both are smaller between 2018 and 2020. Texas stays a bit more steady over here. And we're going to continue with why rates are extremely important. They show us the trends over time. They let us track crime, whether it's going up or down, or it can help communities, police, with showing where higher and lower risk rates or crimes are. And it shows where it's getting worse to help kind of prioritize that certain area a little more. Continuing on with part 2, we have another table here. This is homicide by suffocation in females of all races and all ages in the USA. So as you can see here, there's 243 deaths in a population of 169,165,495. You get the point. Crude rate is 0.14, same thing as age-adjusted rate. They remain the same, which we can tell that age doesn't play a large factor in this manner of death for women. Next, we're going to go by homicide by firearm in white and black males in Illinois between 20 and 29. This specific table includes, obviously, just males. We see 575 deaths in a population of almost 1 million. The crude rate and age-adjusted rate is slightly different in this one, as we see here, by 0.4 of a difference. Next, we're going to go by death by motor vehicle accident. This is all male and female, all races, between ages 15 to 24 in Michigan between 2018 and 2023. As we see here, there is a little over 1,000 deaths and a population just under 1 million in Michigan of car accidents. Our crude rate shows us 3.15 compared to 12.92. Our age-adjusted rate is smaller than our crude rate in this case, but not a huge difference. Next, we're going to do suicide. My apologies. Suicide and all injuries from 2018 to 2023. Males in the Midwest, all races, and ages 20 to 29. As we could see here, suicide is very high, even though the population is fairly large, between 2018 to 2023. But the crude rate and age-adjusted rate is a very small difference. Our last one over here is accidental death by suffocation in infants of all races in Louisiana, and specifically 2023. This last table shows that we have 57 deaths of infants and toddlers in 2023 by suffocation, and not a huge population of 577,885. We can see here accrued rate is smaller than our adjusted rate, and we have a 9.6 rate out of the 100,000 of the population. So that is all for today. Thank you very much.